Good morning, students. Myself, Balamurli, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Here, I would like to share a topic in basics of civil and mechanical engineering, building components. Can you able to guess the topic? Actually, this is a famous Michael Jackson move, which has been recognized by many of the audience in and around the world. How it is been stable to move in such angle without movement, without any support. Yes, it is a good foundation, nothing but a good foundation. Today we are going to see requirement of good foundation and bearing capacity. I would like to recall the foundation and types which is being discussed earlier. Foundation is one of the lowest part of the building or civil structure that transfers the load from structure to the soil safely with the direct contact. So requirements of good foundation. It should be constructed to sustain the debt and imposed loads and to transmit these to subsoil in such way that pressure on it will not cause settlement which would impair the stability of the building or adjoining structures. Foundation base should be rigid so that differential settlements are minimized, especially for the case when superimposement loads are not evenly distributed. You can able to see these two images that one is swelling and one is shrinkage. Swelling happens when uh, the water content in the soil makes the soil to uh, not to absorb the loads. It will just transfer the loads directly penetrate to the soil. So shrinkage will have a draft area where there is no strength on it, so it just collapse when the load applies on it. Foundation should be taken sufficiently deep to guard the building against damage or distress caused by swelling or shrinkages of the subsoil. Foundation should also located that its performed may not affect due to any unexpected future influence. Foundation should be such that it can easily create dead load and impose load structures and transfer the loads to the soil. It should be stronger enough to reduce an unequal settlement of soil if imposed load is not distributed equally on the soil. There are few examples with the building. You can able to see that this is one of the wonders in the world. This slanting tower, uh, which is best example for having a good foundation. And here in the bottom, you can able to see that what should good foundation should have, and if not, what will happen. This image shows the clarity on it. So foundation base should be strong enough to reduce the unequal settlement of soil if imposed load is not distributed equally to soil. Foundation should be stronger and designed with the safe factors so the structures may not damage due to unexpected effects. Now we are going to see about bearing capacity. So bearing capacity of the soil to support the loads that are applied to the ground above level. It depends primarily on the soil type of soil and its shear strength and its density. It also depends on the depth and embedment of the load. The deeper it is founded, that greater the bearing capacity. So two level of soil bearing capacities are there. One is ultimate bearing capacity. Another one is allowable bearing capacity. Ultimate bearing capacity is like the maximum vertical pressure that can be applied to the ground surface, at which point a shear failure mechanism develops in the supporting soil. Whereas allowable bearing capacity is the ultimate bearing capacity divided by approximate factor of safety. The factors may be further increased in order to limit the settlements in an appropriate way. So for this, you can able to see an example like railway bridges, warehouses, blast furnaces, hydraulic retaining wall, soils. So these can be have some certain typical structures For these characters like maximum design load likely to offer occur often, consequences of failure, distortion. So for this, the design factor of safety will be around 3. Limited soil exploration will be around 4. So this is one of the basic example for this. Uh, we'll go for assessment like what we have discussed, what is swelling and what is shrinkage. If it happens, what will occur? So swelling is nothing but water content in the soil has been reduced and it is not capable enough to sustain on the load or resistance for the load applied from the structure, building structure to the earth level. So shrinkage is happened while in rough areas where the building is not capable enough to transfer the load to the soil. So I hope you understand the concept of requirement of good foundation and bearing capacity. Thank you.